before the sun ties his shoes tight. Lives in a city, almost moved to one night. He orders his coffee without second thought and kisses someone I once forgot. He doesn't flinch when the mirror stares back, doesn't trace the same invisible cracks. He answers the phone when the silence rings. He says the things I leave is maybe things. I wonder if he looks for me too, in quiet halls or in midnight blue. We share a face but not a name. He stayed whole while I became. We were one breath, one spark, one run, until I broke and he moved on. This song's not for the man I am, but for the man I didn't become. He plays a song I never wrote, in keys I lost when I let go. He walks into rooms with both feet in, while I hover somewhere thin. He never said almost, he never paused. He built a life while I kept cause. Not better, not worse, just done. He lived the story I read. I wonder if he dreams in lines that rhyme with parts I left behind. Does he feel me in his bones when he's finally still alone? We were two notes in the same drum, till choice split light and left me numb. This isn't a prayer, it's not a plea, just a song from what's left of me. What I became, but sometimes I whisper his name, and in the spaces I undo, I wonder if he misses me too. He's not a ghost, he's not a dream, just the river I never let stream. We were whole once under one sun, me and the man I didn't become.
These bricks have heard the laughter fade, held echoes of the plans we made. The floorboards creak with whispered songs of days gone by and right and wrong. The windows watch through dust and rain, saw first hellos, last goodbyes plain. The walls still keep a secret tune beneath the glow of fading moon. The bricks remember music played, the steps we took, the games we made. The voice is gone, the house still sighs, a memory that never dies. In every crack, in every space, the past still lives within this place. Porch once held a child's small hand, now silent in this quiet land. The ceiling holds a candle's flame, a ghost of love without a name. No longer filled with bustling sound, but stories in the air are found. A house, a home, a time of day, forever caught in soft decay. The bricks remember music played, the steps we took, the games we made. The voice is gone, the house still sighs, a memory that never dies. In every crack, in every space, the past still lives within this place.
lost my keys on that old bench seat. Didn't even pack my boots. Left a note for Mama, said this ain't home, that's the truth. No fight, no shouting match, just a man with nothing left. When the air gets thin around you, you learn to chase what's next. Got miles behind, wind ahead, a little gas, a light left unsaid. I ain't running scared, just moving on, where I don't hear that same old song. No rear view glance and no regret, just miles behind and wind ahead. That diner girl said, you alright? I said, never felt more so. A smile costs nothing, and I've been broke before. Got miles behind, wind ahead, a worn out hat and dreams unbent. No promises, no chains to break, just the sound of my own escape. No rear view glance and no regret, just miles behind and wind ahead. Once it stood in patient lines, splinters soaked in turpentine, kept the wolves and whispers out, built from pain, then nailed with doubt. Seasons cracked its upright pride, rain wore down what hurt supplied, meant to shield, not to divide. Now it leans from every side. Every post once stood so firm, each a vow it would not turn. But even borders can expire, like the fence that grew too tired. Some walls don't fall in thunder's roar, they simply ache, then stand no more. Peace arrives not loud but slow, and worn wood lets the wildflowers grow. So if you find a gate unlatched, know it once was tightly matched. Not all lines are drawn by wire, some just fade when hearts grow tired. Every post once stood so firm, each a vow it would not turn. But even borders can expire, like the fence that grew too tired. Some walls don't fall in thunder's roar, they simply ache, then stand no more. Peace arrives not loud but slow, when worn wood lets the wildflowers grow. Place still stacked from yesterday. We passed like gold
chose to stay. Your hands poured silence into mine, and I mistook that grip for time. You hummed a tune that had no name, but every note still felt the same. 1,000 words behind your eyes, all dressed in calm, but born from lies. It ain't the storm that split the seams, the quiet built from quiet dreams. Hearts don't break from shattered strings, but from the weight of unsaid things. You made the bed, I locked the door. No fight, no tears, just less and more. Less of us and more space between the moments we can't face. I trade the silence for a scream, or even fragments of a dream. But all we held were quiet rings, the vows beneath the unsaid things. It's not the wind that pulls apart, but quiet pressed against the heart. And even now my memory clings to the weight of unsaid things.
The river ran like silver thread, winding past what words had said. Above a face the world adores, but never turned toward distant shore. The water shimmered every night, carried dreams in borrowed light, but still the glow came from afar, like lovers locked in separate stars. Some truths are quiet, cold and clear, they never touch, though both are near, like hearts that circle but don't deliver. The moon that never faced the river. Think by now they'd share the sky, but distance holds what time denies. Reflections lie and longing shivers rivers watched by silent givers. So if your love feels far not gone, a song unsung, a chord undone, you might be just like that giver, or the moon who missed the river.
Hold a tank, dashboard light, moon hanging low like a cheap porch light. Bought a pack of smokes, didn't even light, just needed something in my hand tonight. Last time I came here, it was with you, laughing about the things we never do. Now it's quiet, just pumps and neon, and a memory I keep leaning on. Ain't no drunk text, no I miss you call, just me and a ghost leaning on this wall. This midnight gas station still smells like June. You laugh in my jacket, your lips in that tune. I ain't here for closure, ain't here to forget, just need the silence to smoke what's left. Clerk's half asleep, counting change, like he knows I'm stuck in yesterday's rain. That gravel crunch still sounds like goodbye when your taillight hit that AM sky. I ain't looking back, just stuck in a pause between who we were and what we lost. At this midnight gas station, I don't need much, just a little cold air in a herd I trust. I ain't begging for nothing, I ain't searching for signs, just letting that silence fill in your lines. This midnight gas station,
Rust on the hood, dents on the side, but I remember every ride. Fields at dawn, storms at night, through it all I held on tight. Gear stick loose, the mirror cracked, still I never once looked back. Miles behind me, tails ahead, many roads I've softly tread. I ain't fast, and I ain't new, but I've hauled dreams and pulled folks through. Though the paint fades with the breeze, somehow this old truck still breathes. I've heard the cheers, I've felt the weight, from wedding bells to broken gates. I've carried grain, I've carried tears, held more than just a load for years. I ain't fast, and I ain't new, but I've hauled dreams and pulled folks through. Though the pain fades with the breeze. Somehow this old truck still breathes. They parked me by the maple tree, said I'd earned my rest, set me free. But even now when no one's near, I hum with time that lingers here. I ain't polished, but I'm proud. I've moved through silence and through sound. Though they say I've had my peace, somehow this old truck still breathes. Planks gone gray with battered years, nails bent back by frozen tears. Once held laughter, hay and foam, now just stands and meets the storm. Crows don't ask about the past, wind don't care what couldn't last. Doors still swing where youth was born, in the barn that faced the storm. Not all strength makes a sound, some just hold through shaking ground. Even broken beams conform to the barn that faced the storm. Skies to clear, never hid from thunder near. It just stood both bruised and worn, knowing peace could follow scorn. So when the clouds begin to form and daylight bends in and winds forlorn, remember grace is often torn, like the barn that faced the storm. Silence on the drive back home. Same roads, but the distance had grown. You looked ahead, I looked for signs, but the truth was hiding in your quiet eyes. No more late night loving fits, no hands held in the parking lot mist. I could feel it slipping slow, but I didn't want to know. I stayed in love while you moved on, held a hope while yours was gone. You smiled at me like nothing's wrong, but every kiss was one more gone. I kept the light on just because I stayed in love while you moved on. Your text got short, your touch got thin, but I blame work, blame the stress you're in. You'd Say I'm tired with a distant face, but I still held on just in case. The little things you used to do started fading out of view, but I still memorized your name like nothing ever changed. I stayed in love while you moved on, held a hope while yours was gone. You smiled at me like nothing's wrong, but every kiss was one more gone. I kept the light on just because I stayed in love while you moved on. While you moved on. And now I'm the one left with the weight of a love that never shared its fate. I stayed in love while you let go, tried to fight what I didn't know. You walked away like hearts don't break, while I stood there too late to wake. I gave my all and you were gone. I stayed in love while you moved on. I still
Drove past the diner, still missing that swing. Still got that light that flickers by the scene. Dashboard glowing, your name in my head. Ain't said it out loud, but I whisper instead. Tires hum like the song we play. When you laughed and just look away. I hit that curve, still feels the same, but the air don't carry your name. These back roads ain't changed a bit, but they ain't home now, you're not in it. That old barn still leans just right, but it don't hold you in moonlight. I roll the windows down and choke on words I never even spoke. If you're gone, guess I can't blame the fact these roads ain't never changed. Gas station's open, same old kid. Said you look tired, yeah, maybe I did. I lie and say I'm just passing through. Truth is I came to remember you. Ain't no fire, ain't no goodbye, just a cold seat on the driver's side. You left like fog in morning light, slow and clean and out of sight. These back roads still hum our tune, but I'm singing it to a half full moon. The swing still creaks like a memory, but it ain't holding you or me. I roll the windows down and grin at ghosts that I let settle in. If you're gone, guess I can't blame the fact these roads ain't never changed.
Beneath the sky that never broke, it held its ground and never spoke. No roots to cling, no vine to break, just time and sun and silence late. Others passed with hurried feet, chased the clouds out in the heat, but it remained through a loss and stain, the stone that waited for the rain. Not all thirst is loud or wild, some grow still like a waiting child. never cracked, it never wept, just dreamed of storms it never met. And though the sky withheld its grace, the stone stayed in its sacred place. So if you pass and feel its ache, don't call it fool, don't call it fake. Some hearts don't run, some don't complain. They wait like stone for honest rain.
Curtains drawn in amber light, wood still warm from someone's fight. No voices now, no wedding frames, just dust that softly speaks your name. Footsteps fade but never lie, they etch their truth before goodbye. You think it's gone, you think it changed, but dust still calls you just the same. Time don't erase what air can keep, what gathers slow and no one speaks. Love don't die, it just reclaims, like dust that still remembers names. You won't hear it in the wind or in the songs you thought would end, but in the still where silence aims, the dust still softly holds your name. So if you feel something unseen, like breath beneath forgotten dreams, don't brush it off, don't shift the blame. It's just the dust that knows your name.
Under the pale moonlight, on open fields, I held your hand. The breeze sang soft and real. Promises we made, thought they'd never fade, but time slipped through, pulling us away. Unfair has grown wild with weeds in bloom. My steps wander, searching for you. Days we share now, just a passing breeze slipping through my hands, lost with ease. Unfinished love, like a river gone still, a dying flame, no warmth left to feel. Though my heart still calls, you won't turn around. Unfinished love, forever unbound. Do you hear it too in the quiet of night? Our love soft hum fading out of sight. Do you hear it too in the quiet of night? Our love soft hum fading out of sight. Ooh, ooh. Do you hear it too in the quiet of night? Ooh, ooh. Our love soft hum fading out of sight. Ooh, ooh.
You walked in just past 9, same old boots, same old shine. Didn't blink, just grabbed a stool, acting like we both ain't fools. That jukebox cracked a line we used to love. You smile small, I sip my cup, and there we were, saying nothing loud, same damn air, but a different crowd. You lit a smoke, I looked away. Hearts don't talk, but they sure do sway. No slam, no cry, no messy scene, just a ghost in boots and faded jeans. It ain't right, but I still toast to that bar stool ghost. Your hand shook, pouring gin. Guess I ain't the only one holding in. You laughed once, but not for real. Your same old cracks, but I still feel your silence danced with mine in 4/4 time. Wish we could speak in simpler lines. And there we were, saying nothing loud, same damn air, but a different crowd. You lit a smoke, I looked away. Hearts don't talk, but they sure do sway. No slam, no cry, no messy scene, just a ghost in boots and faded jeans. It ain't right, but I still toast to that bar stool ghost. Maybe some goodbyes ain't done. Maybe I just ain't the one. And there we are in that neon light, still pretending we're both alright. I paid my tab, you didn't flinch. Some things break, but never clinch. No slam, no cry, no big old show, just you and me and things we know. It ain't
Your coat hangs on that porch once more, a frozen scene from days before. I found it there, untouched, unsaid, a silent mark of words unsaid. The clock moves slow but never fades, like heavy dust on empty shades. We said farewell but didn't part, still carrying the weight of heart. 5 years on the same goodbye, the moments change but not the why. Love repeats without a sound, a loop that keeps my feet on ground. We stand still in quiet fight, two souls lost in fading light. I trace the road we vowed to take, but every step feels more mistake. The past hangs thick like morning haze, no new breeze breaks these old days. The nights stretch long, the days remain, our story stuck in silent pain. I search for where to find release, but you're the calm inside my peace. 5 years on the same goodbye, the tears have dried but still the sigh. Love repeats without a sound, a loop that keeps my feet on ground, still caught beneath the fading sky, two souls lost in quiet cries. Maybe someday the stillness ends, and time will heal what love once penned. But until then we hold the chain, 5 years on the same refrain.
I knocked upon a yellow door like I had done the year before. The paint was chipped, the hinge was slow, but silence answered soft and low. The porch still held your flannel coat, hung like a line from a fading note. I waited there through falling dust, but time won't stir what it distrusts. They say the past don't speak aloud, it fades beneath a quiet cloud. But I still knock though years go by on doors that give no clear reply. Glass of rain upon the sill, the breeze too calm, the night too still. I whispered thoughts you'll never hear to doors that used to pull you near. Not every knock is meant to land, some just remind where hearts once stand. And though the lock won't turn for me, I leave the knock and let it be. They say the past don't speak aloud, but some things echo through the ground. And I still knock though no one's by, some doors just teach you how to try.
had holes in our shoes, but we ran like kings in June. Old Ford running bad, but we laughed till we ran out of gas. Cheap beer in the back, seat cold, singing lines we barely know. No plans, just road, man, that's the best we ever rode. You took that call, moved out west. I stayed here, cleaned up my mess. But every dusk feels the same when the radio plays your name. Back when we were broke, but we felt rich. Every night a fire, every lie a wish. Torn up jeans and a half-flat tire, but we still burn like a house on fire. Now it's bills and rings and time we owe, but I'd trade it all just to go back when we were broke. Yeah, back when we were broke. You'd light one up, I'd curse the sky, talking about dreams we'd barely try. Still hear your laugh in the wind, right where that dirt road ends. Man, we thought we'd beat the odds with two guitars and a prayer to God, but grown up hits like a stone. Now I drink just to feel less alone. Back when we were broke, but hearts were loud. No fear, no plan, just chasing clouds. $6 to our name, but we found gold. Young and dumb and 20-some years old. Now it's jobs and sleep and dreams we hide, but I still feel you on that ride. Man, take me back when we were broke. We were
That porch light still flickers down on Maple and 3rd, and your dog still barks at my truck when I turn. The swing still creaks like it did back then, but it don't sound sweet when it's swinging in the wind. I was too proud to ask, you were too tired to fight, but I lied to myself saying we both were right. If I'd stayed another night, would your tears have dried? Would we still be waking up with your hand in mine? If I'd held back that last word, would it all still burn? Would the silence between us be something we learn? Now your mama says you're fine, but I know that's on the kind of fine you fake when your heart feels alone. So I drive past your street like it's some kind of shrine, and I ask that same question each Friday night, if I'd stayed. Your key's still on my ring, guess I never let go, and I still keep your note folded tight in my coat. You said don't shut me out, but I slammed that door. Now this house is mine, but it don't feel like home no more. I replay that goodbye in 1,000 ways, and not one version ever ends okay. If I'd stayed another night, would you still be mine? Would we laugh in the kitchen while the clock lost time. If I'd pulled you close instead of looking away, would we still be dancing in the mess we made? Now you're someone's new chance, and I'm stuck in rewind, trying to fix a moment that I left behind. This guitar don't lie, and these chords won't fade, but they can't answer if I'd stayed.
Tank gone, same old truck, same old song. Your name still burned in the dash like smoke from a bridge we crashed. Your coffee cup still in the tray, lipstick mark won't wash away. I drive slow through these backwood turns, hoping some pain might not return. No slamming doors or fights, just a slow fade into quiet nights. You ain't mad and I ain't proud, guess some good things just die out. Ain't much left but an echo ring of your goodbye still stinging. You said it's not you, I said I'm fine, but you knew damn well I lied. Now this seat feels cold at night, no hand to hold at the red light. I ain't crying but I ain't tough, just driving around with not much left of us. Your flannel's hanging on the hook, still smell like spring in the way you look. I leave it there like a photograph, afraid to lose what we once had. They say time will clean the slate, but memories don't wash away. Ain't much left but this beating heart, still ticking in a truck that won't start. Your ghost rides in my rear view, ain't moving on, just missing you. No big fight, no final word, just silence louder than I ever heard. Some folks break, some folks bend. Me, I just stall where we end.
Old roads curve like questions left, tires never turn but dreams still slept. Clouds don't speak but they recall hands once raised that dare to fall. Windows glare with no regret, as if the past had not been met. There's a weight in spaces bare, meaning built from vacant air. Stillness of the unseen sings louder than the truth. What we feel but never name, our lips forgotten youth, It holds us where we're weakest. It lifts us when we lean. No sound, no light, no reason. Just the stillness of the unseen. Some things aren't meant to surface. Some truths just stay in dust. But somehow through the silence they still remember us. Stillness of the unseen. In every glance that fades, it carves us into silence and speaks in different ways. If hearts were ever written, it's somewhere in between. The hush behind each moment. The stillness of the unseen.
And a tank half full, sunset and slow on a neon pole. Her hand on the wheel, shades in her hair. That small town glow, it's everywhere. No big plans, just a Friday ride. Speakers loud with nothing to hide. Laughs that hit like a midnight drum, and hearts beating like we're still young. We were flying down dirt roads, midnight air with the windows low. She looked back, smiled so slow. That kind of love you don't let go. No big city lights, just the stars we know burning out in that small town. Gas station soda and a pack of fries. She danced barefoot under porch lights. Skies, no diamond rings, no heavy lines. Just the truth in a world that lies. And if I lose that feel someday, I'll chase it back through the songs we played. That voice, that laugh, that summer tone still echoes like a home I've known. We were flying down dirt roads, midnight air with the windows low. She looked back, smiled so slow. That kind of love you don't let go. No big city lights, just the stars we know still burning strong in that small town. Midnight air with the windows low. She looked back, smiled so slow. That kind of love you don't let go. No big city lights, just the stars we know burning out in that small town.
Once it knew
the lines I wore, every crease, each quiet war. But now it shivers, pulls away, turns its gaze to yesterday. I ask it plain, do you recall? But silence lives within the wall, not from fear nor cracked disgrace, just a mere losing face. Not all truths are meant to stay. Some reflections slip away. What looks bad ain't always grace. Some glass forgets the face. Maybe time is not to blame. Maybe change won't speak my name. But this still frame, this quiet space, holds no home for this old face. So I stand where light once fell, but what I was I cannot tell. No anger here, no need to chase, just a mirror and empty space.
Left town on a Tuesday. Mama said don't look back. Gas tank near empty, heart feeling just like that. Oh, old boots on the floorboard, still got mud from June. Radio humming slow, playing some sad ass tune. Ain't no tears, but I feel 'em in the rear view. I conceal 'em, wishing I said more to him. Now it's just me and this wind. Rain on the dashboard, talking too loud, drowning out the silence that's hanging around. I ain't crying, but I might as well be. Head full of ghosts I don't wanna see. This highway don't heal, it just drags you slow. With every mile, more of me, let's go. But I keep driving, I don't know where, hoping I'll forget I still care. That diner near Jackson, you like the cherry pie, passed it without stopping, and didn't even try. I saw a dog cross the freeway, look just like yours did. Funny what a memory does when you're trying to forget. Ain't no map for this feeling, no detour, no real meaning. Trying to outrun the last goodbye, but it's tailing me tonight. Rain on the dashboard, tapping like time, beating out the truth I try to leave behind. You ain't here, but you still show up in rearview dreams and paper cups. This road don't listen, but it sure knows pain. Every white line calling out your name, and I keep driving nowhere to be, just hoping you ain't hurt like me. wrote it down in cursive slow, on paper soft as falling snow. Folded dreams and lines I kissed to an address that don't exist. No zip code, no mailman's route, just faith I never talked about. Dropped it in a box of mist to an address that don't exist. Some letters don't need a door, they write on things we long for more. No name, no street, no witness, still I wrote that old address. Or maybe you're somewhere past the bend, where truth and memory pretend. If hearts can land where hope persists, you'll find the words you've always missed. And if you read it in your sleep, know I meant each line to keep, though it vanished in the morning's twist. It was sent to where you might exist.
Wooden stairs that creak with time lead to dust and thoughts that rhyme. Covered glass, no face remains, only years in window panes. Once it caught a mother's smile, now it's quiet, still and wild. It doesn't lie, it doesn't frame, just reflects what still remains. Not all truth are meant to shine. Some grow soft like aging wine. It holds what no one dares unpack. The mirror in the attic, looking back. Fingerprints from other days, faded notes and childhood plays. It saw it all but never spoke, like time inside a glassy cloak. So leave it there, let silence stay. Not all things are meant to say. It keeps the past that won't come back. That mirror in the attic, cold and cracked.
I took a turn through gravel roads, chasing light that never slowed. Told myself don't waste your youth, but hurried feet outrun the truth. Skip the talks, the fights, the tears, dodge the pain in all those years. Thought if love comes with a cost, then shortcuts help you dodge what's lost. But the shortcut leads nowhere, just circles made of air. No roots take hold, no hearts get fed, just echoes of the things unsaid. I passed a girl who stood her ground. She grew slow, but she grew sound, and in her stillness I could see what Russian robbed away from me. The long way's hard, but holds your name. The short way's fast, but ends the same. If depth is what you're reaching for, you'll find it where you walked before. Now I walk the long, unpaved road with nothing left except my soul. And I don't mind the weight I bear, 'cause I know now the shortcut leads nowhere.
Mama called while I was driving, said the dog's been sleeping in my bed, and Dad still leaves the porch door open like he's waiting for what I never said. Sis got married last September, Grandma's garden bloomed real late. She said, "You're still the missing piece." And then she laughed and said, "Don't make me wait." I said, "Next month I'll swing by," but my calendar always lies. Guess time just runs like I do, and home don't chase me like you used to. There's a table I ain't sat at in years, and a hug that could drown out these fears. There's a voice saying, "Son, come slow," but I'm stuck on a road that never knows. There's a picture taped on the fridge, being booed 7 years. Oh, every mile feels like a promise broke, and a call I still owe. Mama said she kept my letters, even ones I never meant to send. Said she reads them when the house gets quiet. Said that ink don't lie like I pretend. There's a porch swing that forgot my weight, and a bed I left in no wake. But home ain't where you always stay, and it's who still waits while you're delaying. There's a room with the lights still low, and a chair where my father dozed. There's a prayer I should have prayed last week, and a voice that still brings me to my knees. If I can stop this going pace, I'll find my way back through that gate to a place that never told me no, and a call I still owe. That could drown out these fears. There's a voice saying, "Son, come slow," but I'm stuck on a road that never knows. There's a picture taped on the fridge, me and Boo 7 years old. Every mile feels like a promise broke, and a call I still owe.
Coat on a
left it there like you didn't care. I played it cool at checkout time, but every room still feels like mine. I try to drown you in cheap perfume. City lights just make more room. I tell myself I'm doing fine, while your ghost drinks up my wine. Now don't heal you, it just shines over strangers and their borrowed time. I scroll out texts like a prayer I need, each word a cut but I still bleed. And I smile me to see bleed. Your name's in the silence when I breathe. You left no fire, just smoke and steel. In this town too bright to feel. In this town too bright to feel. Crosswalks blink like they got a heart, but even red turns green then falls apart. You said don't wait, so I pretend, but every road bends where you end. Can't fake sleep with the TV on, static loud but your voice is gone. I replay things I should've said. Guess you haunt the ones who never bled. Neon don't heal you, it just blinds. Burns out slow behind closed blinds. I chase your shadow through every beat, but you ain't there, just empty seats. And I laugh at things that ain't that deep. Your memory still owns my sleep. You didn't stay, but you sure stayed real. In this town too numb to feel. In this town too numb to feel.
You were leaning on that window frame, saying nothing but your eyes gave it all away. There was something hanging in the air, like a word we both are scared to say. I had it caught right in my throat. One breath more I would've spoke, but the wind came in, your hair flew out, and we just stared like two dumb kids in denial. I almost said it, I love you, but the moment slipped like the sun through. Your fingers touching mine, just barely holding. Heart wide open, but my lips stay frozen. Now I hear your name like a song too sweet, and I hum along where you used to be. Wish I'd let it out when the world stood still, but I never did, and maybe never will. Took the keys but left that note, folded tight next to my old denim coat. It didn't say much, just take care, but damn, I read it like a silent prayer. Now nights fall softer but they don't feel kind. I still sip slow, thinking what if most nights. Maybe someday I'll say it clear, but ain't tonight, it still hurts right here. I almost said it, I love you, with a voice I still don't know how to use. Felt it hanging in the breath we shared. You were right there, now you're just not there. Every song that hits a minor chord feels like knocking on a locked up door. I should've let it out when time stood still, but I never did, and maybe never will.